If you are watching this video, I want you to know that you are highly opportuned. It's an opportunity for you, um, because this video is something that concerns you and I, especially people who are striving to become rich, people who want to become, especially people who want to become rich. You want to be a millionaire. I've met several people ask me, whom have asked me, man of God, I want to be rich. Man of God, I need money. Man of God, I do this. How can I become rich? How can I hit money? And I've had opportunity to hold some seminars, singles forum, and I've encouraged a lot of people. But I have some tips here, tips that I want to share with you in case you're highly interested. And these tips are about 10. There are so many people that have given their own contribution as to if you want to be rich, you want to hit your first million, you want to do this, you want to do that, this is the way out. And quite sure I would want to recommend the fact that most of these people have done their best. But going through and looking into life, I want to tell you that life as it is a battleground. If you want to be a millionaire, you want to be rich, you should know that it is a battleground, because as you want to be rich, so another person want to be rich. So it's like you want to be rich, another person want to be rich, and at the end of the day, one of you must definitely become rich. But it mustn't be at the detriment of the other, though. Can we all become rich? Yes, we can all become rich. We can all. Get this, we can all does not mean that we will all. So the difference between the rich man and the poor man is that the rich man understands a lot of things that the poor man is not ready to understand. Although the poor man may understand them, but action is one of the things that differentiates them. Action. And that takes me to what I shall be, talking on this very evening. Now, if you want to be rich, I have some tips here for you. And I tell you, if you're going to practice these things, you will definitely become rich. Nothing is going to stop you from becoming rich. Nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing, and no one will stop you from becoming rich. I know someone with a kind of, should I say, spiritual mentality? No, a kind of mentality will say, what if God doesn't want you to become rich? Now listen to me. God will not want you to become a poor person. It is not the desire of God that you should suffer. There is no way. I mean it. It is not the desire of God that you are on this planet Earth that you suffer. It is not the desire of God that you are created to be in a state of lack. It is not the desire of God for you. Yes, if you choose that, it's permissive. So we must be able to come to a place whereby we understand the permissive will of God and the perfect will of God for mankind. Is it the perfect will of God that in this state, as we are, we suffer some of the things that we suffer, talking about wars, talking about outbreak of diseases, talking about global warming, talking about all those things that are not palatable to one's health? No, it is not. Do we understand what I'm saying? So that is it. So we must be able to understand the perfect will of God and the permissive will of God. And I want you to know that God is not a sadist, that he would want you to go through sadness. No, he's not a sadist. But because of the fallen state of man, We are bound to experience some of those things that we are experiencing, and we cannot do without them, because what? We are different kinds of people. Or there are different kinds of people, different mentality, different upbringing, different background, different religion, different race, different ethnicity, culture, just name them. And that's why you see some of the things that you see. Now, let us go straight into our discussion, or into what I'm going to be dealing with this evening. Yes, I know someone will be asking, have you hit your first million? Yeah, long before now. I've hit it. Long before now. But it's not about hitting your first million. What if you hit your first million and that's it? I'm sorry to say, let me use Nigeria as an example now. What is a million to you? What is a million? A million is nothing. Yeah. I think compared to a dollar, those of you that know the current exchange of dollar in the market, you know that I think a million is just like it's not even up to $100. So what is it? I think $100 or so, or is it $1,000? It's nothing. $1,000. So compare 1 million naira to up to 900 and something, not even up to $1,000. So what are you saying? I don't know the rate, but it's actually nothing. It's nothing. Take it to the global market. It's not going to buy you anything reasonable. So now, I mean, when you hitting the million and you hitting the money, you becoming and keep on becoming, because you wouldn't want to just get it once and that's all. You don't get it again. So how are you going to keep the body, soul, spirit moving? So in that state, if you're not careful, it's definitely going to lead you to something else that you wouldn't like, maybe frustration or things like that. Now, let me go straight. First, I say you must adapt the mentality of wealthy persons. So, as you are looking to build wealth, as you're desiring to be a millionaire, you're desiring to be a wealthy person, you must have the wealthy man's mindset. It is important to think like that. Now, if you don't have the wealthy man's mindset, forget it, you cannot be wealthy. Because when you have the opportunity of hitting the money or hitting the wealth, you cannot hit it. So you must be able to transcend or grow from the poor man's mentality, poor man's mindset, to the rich man's mindset. It is very, very important. So your mentality, it all starts here. If you carry the spirit of I can do it, you definitely will do it. Like I used to say to myself and to people that I coach, I tell them there's no dream that cannot be achieved if only we stick to the goal. I mean it, no dream that cannot be achieved. You may not come from a wealthy background, but if you want to be wealthy, you definitely will become wealthy. Your father, your mother may not be an academician, but if you want to be an academician, you will definitely become. Your father or your people may not be gurus when it comes to the place of marketing, or when it comes to the place of entrepreneur, but if you want to be, you will become. So there's no dream that cannot be achieved if only we stick to the goal. So you must develop what? That mindset must be developed. Good. That's one. Two, you must avoid being lazy. You must avoid being lazy. You see, one of the problem with people is that a lot of people want wealth, they want money, but they are lazy to cash money. They are lazy to work for money. Yeah, some people used to say, you must avoid being. I say you must avoid being lazy, and you have to be productive. You have to be productive. Someone once said that the difference between a rich man and a poor man is that a rich man uh, money works for him, while the poor man works for money. Now, let me tell you something. Before you become a rich man or get to a place where money begins to work for you, you must work for money. Take it or leave it. Except if you get it on a platter. People like us who came or who grew from a home or that are from a poor background, we don't have the money from onset. We are not given birth to from a silver spoon or with a silver spoon. We have to work for money before we begin to make money work for us. Even as it is now, there are situations whereby I would want to put in money, but I don't have the money. But I have to work to get to a place where money begins to work for me. And we don't encourage people to go into to follow dubious means because they want to get money and make money work for them. So get that right. That teaching is a wrong teaching, and I will not encourage it anywhere. If you have the money or you are from a rich background, yes, you don't have to work for money. You make your money work for you. But if you are not from a rich background, you have to start working for money before later on money will begin to work for you. So you must avoid being lazy, and you have to be productive. You have to have this productivity mentality. Productive mindset than a consumer mindset. The problem, the difference between wealthy people, rich people, and poor people is that mostly the poor people's mentality is what is consume. But the rich man, his mentality is to produce. So there are two different things. You must have what? The producer mindset if really you want to be rich. Have the producer mindset than the consumer mindset, because people go after what you are able to produce. If you are able to produce something, that is what people will go for, because they know that when they come to you, they will be able to achieve from you. But if people cannot achieve anything from you, I'm telling you, they're not going to come to you. If people can't get any good advice from you, they won't come to you for an advice. So that is the second part of it. So, and aside that, the third one that I want to encourage you this very moment is avoid unnecessary debt. You must avoid unnecessary debt. Someone say that if you want to be rich, you must avoid debt. No. If you want to be rich, there are instances whereby debt is inevitable. You must borrow money because you want to invest. That is when you know that investment is going to fetch you something. But if you know the investment is not going to fetch you something, I'm telling you, you are driving yourself into a ditch. So, unnecessary debt. Yes. So, if you want to go for debt or you want to go for loan, go for the one that will help you achieve your goal. So if it is not going to help you achieve your goal, please keep it one side, because it's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help you. Yes. So avoid unnecessary debt. That's what the third one. The fourth one is what? Invest early and be consistent. You see, people who invest early become richer than people who invest late. Now, you cannot compare the person who invests in his early 20s or who starts investing in his early 20s to someone who invests in his late 40s or 50s. No, it's not possible. Except the person who invests in his early 20s doesn't have a focus, then you say there are difference. Now check people, this rich man in the world. check them. Elon Musk, check that is the owner of Twitter. Check Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook. Just check all of them. Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. Go and check them. Jack Ma. You see that they invest early. But the problem with most people is that they don't start investing early. Let me use contemporarily what I discovered, the mindset of my people here. Okay, someone is working in the government, he doesn't think of another stream of income until when he is retired. Then he's thinking of using his retirement benefits to start business, and he wants to finish well. Now, first of all, he doesn't know nothing about business. He's not versatile in that perspective. Now, everything that has been given him as his take home, that is supposed to come relax with it, that is what he wants to start business with. And I've seen a lot of people who ventured into that when they came, everything crumbled, and even their lives crumbled, because it was a blow to them. They couldn't hold it. So if you want to invest, you should start investing what? Early. Start investing early and be consistent. Be consistent. When you are consistency is something that a lot of people take for granted. Let people know you for what you are doing. If they know you for what you're doing, that you are consistent, they know that what they can put their trust in you, they can depend or rely on you. But if you're not consistent, I'm telling you, people cannot trust you to even want to partner with you, or to even want to be of great assistance to you, even in your business. So consistency is very, very important. Good. The fifth one is make savings a priority. Make savings what? A priority. Now, as you go into that venture, savings is a priority. One of the problems I discovered in most people is that as they are doing business, they tend to go into the capital. No. Or always they consume the interest, consuming the interest. As you are consuming the interest, let me be frank with you, you will not be able to save to the extent that you get to where you want to get to, or achieve what you want to achieve. So savings is what is very, very important. You must develop that mentality, that mindset of savings. And there are various ways by which you can save. Yes, there are various ways by which you can save. There are various ways by which you can save. You can save in cash. You can save by buying things which are valuable and keeping them, things which you know will appreciate. I'm coming to that. So savings is what is very important. They say Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah. Maybe you have a target. You want to hit ₦1 million within a month or 2 weeks, or some weeks, a month, a year. You start saving. As you're saving, gradually keeping up to that target, before you know it, time will come, either before the time, or at that time, or even a bit outside the time. But there are ways in which you can plan. If you are a good planner, you will be able to hit your target. So it's very, very, very important. So make savings what? A priority. Yes, it's very, very good. Make savings what? A priority. Good. And also, in that place of saving, there is something that I discovered with a lot of people. When they start to make the money, and they feel the interest is coming. That is when their thirst begin to rise. Their tastes begin to rise. They begin to desire new things. They begin to desire this and that. Some want to go clubbing. Some want to eat things that they don't used to eat before. Some want to drink things that they don't used to drink before. Want to wear things they don't used to wear before. Want to cruise cars that they don't used to cruise before. Remember, you have a target. And if you have a target, then you shouldn't allow anything to distract you from that target. And little do some people have this mindset that if they are able to hit their target, so they are rising. Yes. If you're able to hit your target, you are rising. You create another target. You create another target. Before you know it, you become among those who they are talking about or who are competing in that stream of business. So take note of that. It's very, very important. So make savings what a priority. The sixth point I want to bring to your note is that so you must increase your income to reach your goal faster. In the aspect of savings, if peradventure you do not buy any valuable to keep, there are ways in which you can increase your income, the business that you are doing, to reach your goal what faster. For instance, if you are doing a particular business and it's actually giving you an income, you can create another stream of income to get to your goal faster. All right, just like I've said, you make uh increase your income to reach your goal. You sorry, make savings a priority. After making savings a priority, the sixth one is increase your income to reach your goal faster. It is very, very important that you increase your income to reach your goal faster, like I've said. And the seventh one is increasing your income to reach your goal faster. You must be able to think or in diversifying, you have to look at uh, in the place of increasing your income, which step or sorry which is the best venture that I am to go into, or which business is the best that I am to go into that will help me to increase my income to reach my goal faster. There are instances whereby some people, they don't look in at which one is the best. They just go into it because they feel it's an opportunity, and as they go into it, at the end, before they know, it's regret. So it's important that one should take note of it. You know, uh, seven. Cut unnecessary expenses. Unnecessary expenses. Because you have a target, you have a goal. You must be able to cut some unnecessary expenses. Expenses which are not going to help you, you have to keep them aside. Yeah, you have to keep them aside. Cut unnecessary expenses. Someone says rich men spend on things that increase value, things that appreciate, while poor men's mentality is that they spend on things that depreciate in value. So have that mentality that if at all you're going to spend your money on something, spend on things that appreciate. Invest on things that appreciate. Don't spend your money anyhow. Um, Sometimes ago, I was privileged to be with someone, and this man told me, he said, sorry, we went to a store together to buy something. And this man, when he placed his order and they brought it to him, he started bargaining with the store owner or the salesperson. And I was like, wow, hear how this man's bargaining. You know, it's our custom here. Mostly when you go to buy things, you bargain. Um, I thought I can bargain. Then when I heard or listened to this man, I was like, wow, mine is just joke. So, and at the end, after everything we left, we were coming back, or we were going to a place where we'll depart because we live separately. The man told me something. He said, let me tell you something. You suffer to make your money. Don't make someone make you spend your money easily. Wow. It actually dawned on me. And since then, I don't throw my money anyhow. No. There must be a reason why I give out money. I don't give money anyhow. No matter what. No, you don't come to lie to me to tell me this, and that, and I just give money. I know I give money. That's me. I give money. I spend. You know, I help people and all that. But I don't do it anyhow. So, and I don't do unnecessary spendings. No, I don't do unnecessary spendings. But it's unfortunate with most people. You have a target, you want to become rich, but you spend unnecessarily. You spend unnecessarily. I'm telling you, spending unnecessarily is not going to make you become rich. Some people spend their money on clothes. Yes. Clothing. You see these clothes you want to buy because the money is beginning to come in. You just want to appear bling blings. I'm not saying it's wrong. It is very good to appear bling blings. But with that, you're not going to get anywhere. Some people is delicacies. The money begins to come in, and that's when they want to eat different varieties of food. They want to try this, they want to try that. They want to try sushi, they want to try this, just name it. And those are expensive dishes. You're not going to get anywhere. Some people's shoes, they want to try different kinds of shoes. Expensive wears, expensive shoes. Some it is cars. Because the money is beginning to come in, you want what? You want to change your car. Every year you change car. Or you change a car, your car twice a year. No, you're not going to become rich. And you should know that that is an unnecessary spending. There are things which are necessities and things which are not necessities. Spend your money on things which are necessities. Whatever is not a necessity, you have to keep it aside. In fact, there are people that because the money is beginning to come in, they want to take their children to schools that the billionaires are taking their children to. Get this, I'm not saying don't invest in your children. I'm not saying don't invest in your children. That's not what I'm saying. But you must learn to cut your coat according to your size. Yes. And there are people who, when the money begins to come in, that is when, their wives want to start joining different kinds of club, or even they themselves want to join different kinds of group, and they want to do this and do that. Get me right. These things, yes, are good. But don't forget you have a target. You see, an athlete is not crowned until the athlete competes according to the rules. And no athlete is given a trophy until he reaches the end of the race. until he competes according to the rules, until he gets to the finish line, then he is crowned. So if you want to be crowned, you must be able to compete according to the rules, follow the rules, and get to the end of it. By the time you get to the end and you hit your money, as you are thinking of what spreading or thinking on how to increase more in that perspective, then all those things with time. One of the problem with most people is that, you know, they someone is here, you know, you're here, and you want to be you want to be eating here while you are here. You want to be eating here while you are here. Or you want to be eating here while you are here. You want to be enjoying the life that people who are here enjoying while you are here. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not a good one. So that's it. Cut unnecessary expenses. Cut it. Unnecessary what? Expenses. You have to cut it by all means. Yeah. The 8th point that I have is keep your millionaire goal in front. Keep your goal in front. You have a goal. You have a target that you want to achieve. So you must keep it in front. Don't let anything to go ahead of it. No, but it should be what? The center. Now, this is my target. And whatever you're thinking of, whatever you're doing, you have what? A target. That's the difference. You know, so many people have a goal. Same goal. But you discover out of the 10, out of the 20s, out of the 30s, out of the 40s, out of the hundreds, only but 2% are able to achieve. Why is it like that? Why is it like that? The few percent that are able to achieve it simply because what? They kept their target in view. They never gave up. Their target, they kept it what? In front. And whatever it is that you want to achieve in this life, you must what? Keep your target in view. Keep it in view. Put it in front, in the center, very center, that wherever you go, whatever you will do, you know that what? This is your target. But if your target is not in center, it is not in view, forget it, something else will take your attention. And you know, we live in a society that are bound, we live in a society with diverse kinds of people that are bound to distract you from your goal. Yeah, distract you from your goal. And some people are very good at that. They would want to distract you from your goal because they too have a goal. Someone's goal is to distract you from your goal. So don't allow someone distract you from your goal because that is his goal. Do you get that? Yeah, it's very important you take note of that. Don't let anyone to distract you from your goal. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, that is my advice to people. Yeah, don't let anyone distract you from your goal. In fact, let me tell you, if for instance you are a married man, if your wife is not in the same pedestal with you, she can distract you from your goal. In fact, at times, even if she's in the same pedestal with you, she can still distract you. Your children can distract you from your goal. In fact, the same thing applies from both parties. The husband can distract even the wife, or even distract the children, and the wife distracting the husband or even the children from their goal. It is very possible. So we must be able to come to a place whereby we know these things are essentialities of life and we have to handle them. If you are a married man or you're a married woman or you are a child under your parent, that these are my responsibilities and I must try to keep up to the responsibilities. And aside keeping up to the responsibilities, if I'm done with that, I shouldn't allow anything or anyone to distract me from the goal. Because if you are able to achieve the goal, it's going to help the family. It's going to help you. It's going to help the family. And it is even going to help those who are closer to you. So, have you ever sat down to imagine how many people's dreams have been shattered? How many people's dreams have been distracted? I've met with several people that say, oh, this was what I wanted to achieve initially in life, but I was what distracted. Yeah. One good thing with rich men is that they are never distracted. That's one important thing I have learned from rich men, wealthy men. A wealthy man, you may see him behaving like a fool, but his goal is his goal. His target is his target. He can go to every degree to achieving his goal. No. You see, some people are easily distracted simply because they don't know the importance of their goal. No, they don't know the importance of the goal. They don't know the sweetness in wealth. They don't know the sweetness in money. They don't know the sweetness in good living. Though they desire it, but they don't know it. But if they know it, they will not allow anybody to distract them from the goal. No, we're not talking about godliness with contentment here. No. Godliness with contentment doesn't mean you shouldn't aim higher. It doesn't mean you shouldn't aim for the best. It doesn't mean you shouldn't work hard. It doesn't mean you shouldn't have a goal. In fact, it is even having a goal that will make you to be what godly. Being contented even is a goal. Yeah. So some people think godliness with contentment is all about, me having little and I am okay with the little. That's a mentality. That's a poor man's mentality. On a serious note, that's what a poor man's mentality. So, put your millionaire or billionaire goal in front. Put it in view. Put it in the center. The ninth one that I want to bring to you is what? If possible, work with an investing professional. Work with an investor, a professional. Yes, it is very, very important that you work with a professional. Yes, at times these professionals could be expensive. If you have the money to pay them, it is very good that you work with them, because these professionals, times they work with what they have the experience. They have the experience. But what if you don't have what it takes to work with a professional at that point in time? You see, that is one important thing that you need to know. The rich men, they read books. They read books. If you don't have the money to work with a professional that you can be paying the professional for his professional advice, get their books. Read their minds. You see, the rich man invests in books while the poor man doesn't. They read books. That's one thing I understand over time. They read books. So through books you will understand what the person has written. You will understand the mindset of the person. Some of the nitty-gritties that you need to understand are there. Although sometimes they may not all be written. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work out for me in the next 4 months. What should I do? Should I give up? Give up? No, should I give up? No, I shouldn't give up. I should work on what? Achieving. Put my plans on a repeat board. Now, if after 4 months I didn't get what I want to achieve, I should what? Still repeat it. Failure doesn't mean that you are a failure. It does mean what? There is a better way of handling it. It does mean you should try another process or another step. The problem why, or the reason why a lot of people are yet to get to their goal is simply because a lot of people give up easily. They give up earlier. To hit that goal, just like I've earlier on said, you are striving to become while others too are striving to become. So it's a world of competitiveness, a world of competition. So while you're competing to become, others too are competing to become. So if you are going to give up, or when you give up, someone else, to him is an opportunity. And just remember, I said to someone, your giving up is his goal. So if it doesn't work, you should what? You shouldn't give up. Repeat it. Repeat it. One thing I've discovered is that whatever you are unable to achieve or you fail on, when you repeat that very thing, as you are repeating it, you are having a better insight of it. You are learning something out of it. You are having a better experience compared to someone who goes once and achieved it. Let me use myself as an example. A couple of years back, when I'm in the place I am currently, I started this business. I was able to raise some money and I started this business. It's a livestock business, piggery. So when I went into it, the person who I asked to supplied me the breeds that I didn't request it for. So when I was supplied this breed, I started and I discovered that they weren't growing well. And coupled with the fact that I had no better experience in it. So when I discovered it, I had to let go. I called people and I sold them I sold them out. Although I was able to retrieve the money I used in buying them, I got back my money, but there was no gain. There was no gain. So it was like I was at a loss. So after which I hadn't money to continue. So I had to stay for like I think over almost a year or so, or over a year, because then I was studying too. So I was running my master's program. So and yeah, and it was time consuming and money consuming and everything. And coupled with the fact that I have a lot of people, I have my family and my mother and my siblings, a lot of things on me. And my mother is a widow, so I had to stay for some time while I was studying, trying to couple up my studies. I was trusting God for money. I was working for money. Yes, I was working for money to be able to pick up the business again. So I think after like a year, when I was to go back into it, I had to go myself to different pen or those who are doing the business, see the parent stock and decide for myself, okay, this is the breed that I want, that's the breed that I want, and I don't need any breed than this. So I pick them, I get them, and I come, and I was able to get two for a start. But initially when I started with, I think, about 12. Yes, about 12. So but this time around I wasn't having enough money. But should I give up? No. Already I had the pen fixed already. So I started with 2. So it doesn't matter how little you start, but just be focused. Now it will surprise you to hear that although I haven't gone strongly into the business or into the piggery, because I'm into farming. I do livestock farming, and I do grains farming too. But let me just make something clear here for those who live in developed countries. When we say farming in our context, Africa, it may not necessarily mean big farming like you guys know or like No, ours mostly we do it to keep body, soul, and spirit moving. So we help the family or see how we can help ourselves. That's how we do it. So when we say we are farmers, doesn't necessarily mean that we are big time farmers. No, that's it. But some of us really desire to be big time farmers, but the fund is the problem. Then the government ain't really helping. There are so a lot of things with the government, and I know most of you know concerning Africa, in Nigeria, the corruption that have eaten us deep like cankerworms and all that. And that's just by the side. So that's just to make something clear. So and more so that I'm not working. I've not been employed. Yes, I've not been employed. I'm a pastor and a volunteered pastor for that. So, and I don't want to be I don't want to be a pain to someone's neck. I don't want to depend on people. I don't want to depend on the people I'm shepherding. but rather let it be that when they come to me, they will be able to get one or two things that will help them. So that's my mentality. And I have sons and daughters that at times I have to help too. So, things like that. So when I started with these two, that was how I'm growing, and I had to select the best species, and I gave them the best treatment, best feeding. And as it is, most people when they come and see my species, they desire to have it, and the buyers when they come and see my species, they don't waste time, because my species, I feed them well, I take good care of them. And when I started this very business, it got to an extent that I had to learn the nitty-gritties. I inject them myself. I treat them myself. In fact, I go to an extent that I had to learn how to castrate them. So I castrate them myself. My pigs and the goats, that I have, and even the chickens that I keep, I do the treatment myself. So, what am I trying to say here? You see, you don't give up when it comes to you want to make it in life. You don't give up. You don't give up. And I want to encourage someone this very moment. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your position. It doesn't matter from where you come from, your background. I want to encourage someone, don't give up. Don't give up in life. That's the truth. Don't give up. I would have long given up if I were to consider the hardship that I faced. I would have long given up. You turn here, there for assistance. Nobody's ready to assist you. I don't give up. And some even feel threatened by you. I don't give up. Because some feel if they assist people like us, they feel we're going to rise up above them, because they know we are tenacious kind of people, and they know we are hardworking. Some people will not help you. No matter how hard you try, they will not help you, because they know that your star is shining. They know your star is shining. They know you're going to become. But what they fail to understand is that helping you is going to be a stepping stone to others. Yes. So don't give up. It's a battle. Life is a battleground, and you must fight it. You must tell your spirit, you must tell yourself, don't give up. My spirit, don't break up. Don't break. Don't break. You must always encourage yourself that you should not give up. And as it is today, some people come to me because they want advice, and I give them the best advice that I could, because I know it's going to help them. One mentality that I carry is that when I help you, when I give you an advice, when I help you, if you're able to use it, even if you don't come back tomorrow to help me, you may help someone who is by you. And that's how we can change the world. I don't aim to become a millionaire. I don't aim to become rich for myself alone. No. I aim to become rich because I feel I can, be a change factor around me. So many youths are into the diverse kind of lifestyle, which I feel they shouldn't. And some of them, when you go and meet them, discuss with them, you discover that they are into such kind of lifestyle because of their condition. So how can we help them out? Some don't have food to eat, and they do diverse kind of things. But if you're able to give them food, if you're able to give them shelter, you're able to clothe them, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. They won't do it. And that's it. In fact, let me tell you something. Like in the area which I stay, my area is prone to attacks. And amongst us, we got to discover there is an informant. Why the informant? The informant tells the people who come and raid the area. And this informant, what he does is, or what they do is, as they partake in it, At the end, they give them stipends. But for instance, if we're able to create a society, a community where when you are in need, there are people you could run to and they help you. No, not that helping, the person may necessarily create people who are lazy. No, we don't encourage laziness. We don't encourage laziness. I help guys, but I tell them don't be lazy. And most of the guys that I help, most of the people that I help, I ain't even lazy people. If you are lazy, you don't come to me. I don't help lazy people. Yes, I don't help lazy people. But I help people who are up and doing, people who try their best, but maybe their best, isn't enough. And that's how we need to be in the society, whereby we help one another. We support one another to get to their full potentials. Africa can be a very great place. Nigeria can be a very great place if only we seek towards helping one another to achieve or get to our full potential. Yes, I know several youths that are ready, but the problem is they don't have assistance. They don't have assistance. In fact, this business that I told you about, I would have been one of those who would, when we're talking of contesting in this very business, I would have been. But the problem is what? There is no finance, and a lot of people, and that's why what we are encouraging, so that we'll all rise and do something. When we rise and do something, we're definitely going to get there. Definitely going to get there. So from all this, is it possible for one to become a millionaire or to become wealthy? Yes, it is possible. You can, when you apply all these principles, all the steps that I've given you, I assure you, you can become. Just have the I can do spirit, have it, and you definitely will become, irrespective of your background, irrespective of who you are. I tell you, just believe in yourself, and you definitely will become. So a very quick one. Let me have a recap of all the 10 steps I've given. 1, adopt the mentality of a wealthy person. 2, avoid being lazy. And you have to be productive. Have a productive mindset or productive mentality than a consumer mentality. 3, avoid unnecessary debt. 4, invest early and be consistent. You have to invest early and be consistent. Stop procrastination. Do not procrastinate. I learned earlier, someone said, procrastination is a lazy man's apology. Yeah, procrastination is a lazy man's apology. So don't procrastinate. Now is your opportunity. So you kick up and start doing something. 5, make savings a priority. So save and don't allow anything to make you not to save. 6, increase your income and reach your goal faster. Increase your income and so as to reach your goal faster. So increase your income. 7, you have to cut unnecessary expenses. Cut off unnecessary expenses. Whatever is not necessary is not necessary. So you must tell yourself, I have to cut unnecessary expenses. Don't eat or consume your future today. Get that. 8, keep your millionaire goals in front, or put it in the middle. Your millionaire goal, put it in front or put it in the middle so that you could always see it. This is my goal. Don't allow anything distract you from it. 9, if possible, work with an investing or a professional. Investing professional, work with a professional, or you get books that you will study to help you in that venture. 10, which is the last one, put on your plans on a repeat board. Always, if you don't get to your goal, repeat it always and always, always, always till you get to your goal. So hope to see you at the top. Don't give up. As others are getting it, you too can get it. You can do it. You can make it. You can become what you want to become. I would want you to please follow this page always, and I want you to comment, share, or like this video.